Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this evening's session on the BestMed mobile app and the member portal. My name is Dinesh Ramdeen, and I'm the head of operational services at BestMed, and tonight I will be your coordinator for this session. We have two presenters this evening, Susan Dowd and Matthew Dewey. Some house rules for this session. Please keep yourselves on mute throughout the presentation. There will be time after the presentations for you to ask questions. There is, however, a Q&A functionality available on this platform that you can use during this session. We do have a team of specialist staff available to answer these questions on this platform. Please note that this is an open platform, so please refrain from putting any personal questions there. If you have any personal questions, you're welcome to email them to escalations@bestmed.co.za, and Katleho will respond to these questions. I now hand you over to Susan Dowd, who will take you through the BestMed mobile app. Susan, over to you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As Dinesh said, my name is Susan Dowd, and I am the Key Account Consultant in the Western Cape office. And yes, I am serving and assisting our members in the area up until Plettenberg Bay, and then up to Beaufort West, and then all of the way up to where the Northern Cape starts. I am looking forward in sharing the information with you on how to download the BestMed app, and then also on how to get access to all of your information. I am just having difficulties with the slideshow, so just give me a moment. Good. So if you go over to your Play Store on the App Store on your cell phone, you will see that you have the you can see that you can download the app. There's two different.
Sorry, Susan. Sorry,
yes.
Susan. The presentation is not showing.
Just 1 second. There we go.
Thank you, Susan.
Good. So you can go to the Play Store on your cell phone, and then you will be able to find the BestMed app. You will see that there is two different versions. The first one will say BestMed app, and then the second one will say BestMed broker app. You won't be able to working on the broker app, so please just download the first one. Once you have downloaded the app, you will have to go through the process in registering yourself. So you will have to click on the register button below the login button on the screen. And it will then take you through a few prompts on how to register. But what is very important, before you start with the registering process, you must ensure that your contact details on the BestMed databases are the same ones that you are going to use to register, because the app will validate your information as with the information on the databases. So if you then go to the screen where you will then click on the register now, it will prompt you and you will say not registered. You will click on the first option there, and then it will take you to a second screen. You will then be required to enter your username, your membership number, and then type in a password, and you will have to retype the password. I always suggest that members make use of a strong password, like in 8 digits, of which one is a capital letter, and then a number, and then also a special character. Then you will choose a one-time PIN destination, which will either be your email address or your SMS to your phone. This is now where it's important that we have the correct information on the BestMed databases. It will then validate your contact details, and then you are ready to start using the app. You will then enter your username, which you created yourself. I normally use the membership number and then your new password, and then you can click on the little tick box which say remember me, and then you're good to go. Then you click on log in, and then you will get to your landing page or your dashboard. So from the dashboard, you will see, or the main menu screen, you will see that there's a lot of menus. And I will quickly run through each of them just to have you see how you can do all of the screens. So the first one then is the info feed. This is a screen or the area where you will get all of the information that BestMed will send out to you on a weekly basis. You will see your detailed email statement. You will see your claims that's been submitted. You will see if BestMed sent out a certificate of membership to you or a tax certificate. All of it you will be able to get on the info feed screen. On the next screen, you will see your interactive member card, which is likely the way to go. Sometimes when you step into a doctor's room, then you realize you forgot your purse in the car, and then you can quickly take out your cell phone and you can show the doctor your interactive card, or if he's not satisfied, then you can make use of the little share button, and then you can share your membership card by emailing it via one of the platforms on your cell phone, or you can WhatsApp it, or whatever way you think is the best for you to use. The next very important heading on the app is your benefits and savings app. Once you click on benefits and saving, you will see a whole new world opening for you. You will be able to see your savings balance. The savings refunds is a very, very nice part of the app that you can use if you have claims that BestMed did not pay in full and you have a positive balance in your vested savings. You can click on the savings refund button and select the claims that you want to be paid from your vested savings, and then with the next pay run you will notice that all of the claims has been paid. Then you will be able to see your benefits. If you click on the view button, it will open your day-to-day benefits, and it will also show the sub limits if this is applicable on the option that you are registered. If you go to the authorization screen, you will be able to view all of the authorizations that is linked to your name or to one of your dependents' name. You will see the chronic medicine that's been approved and authorized. And if you have been hospitalized, you will also get the detail of the authorization that took place. Furthermore, on the same benefit and savings heading, you will see the claims button. If you click on that, you will be able to view all your recent claims that you have submitted. You will see if the claim is still pending or if it's been paid already. And then lastly, you will be able to see your underwriting exclusions if there is any of those linked to your name. If we go over to the next heading, self-service, also very nice tools that you can make use of, and very important. You will be able to do your network provider search from this page. You will find more than 13,000 providers details that's linked to the BestMed designated service list, and very interesting for you to do your search from there. Furthermore, you can also request a new card. You can request a membership certificate, and then also during this time of the year, request your tax certificate. If you are not sure if your contact details are all in the up to date, then you can also edit your own contact details and then send it through to the membership department. Talking a little bit deeper about the network provider search, once you click on the network provider search, you will see there's a different heading for that as well. It's not just under the self-service, you will find it on a different heading as well. You will have to choose your search type, and under the search type, you will find things like specialist, dentist, pharmacy, supplementary service, which you can select which doctor you are looking for. Then if you clicked on specialist, for the example here, you will then see the discipline group will open a lot of specialists, like a dermatologist, a physician, a urologist, a neurologist. And then from there on, you can then choose your search range, which will either be your home address or your current address, or whatever, where you are having a holiday, perhaps, like I said, your current address. And then you will lastly select the criteria on which way you want to search for the provider. That will be then if you want to search it on the map or by the address. From the dashboard, you will also find a heading that says claim or document, where you can take a photo of a document and then share it via your cell phone to be submitted to be processed at the claims department. You will then now also find the contact details of our main branch in Gauteng, but I'm not sure if you are aware that BestMed have regional offices all over South Africa. We have an office in Polokwane, and then in Nelspruit, Virginia, and Welkom and Randfontein. And then there's one in Port Elizabeth, Durban, or in Umhlanga, and then in the Western Cape as well. Once you have registered for your Tempo wellness benefits, you will also note that you will have access to your wellness report. Note that there's also a little drop down field where you can choose each of the members in your family, so that you can view all of their details on the different levels. And this is your complete wellness report that you will be able to access from your app. From the profile menu, you can access your policy information, and then your personal details will also appear here. And as I said earlier, on the self-service field, you will be able to change your contact details directly submitted to our membership department from the app. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Thank you, Susan. We'll take questions after the next presentation. I now hand you over to Matthew Dewey, who will be presenting or showing you the member portal. Thank you, Matthew. You can take over. Susan, please, can you stop sharing your screen? Thank you.
Thank you, Daresh. Thank you, Susan. I'm just going to put up the presentation quickly. Okay, welcome, members. Thank you, Susan, for taking us through the BestMed app. I'm here this evening to take you through the BestMed portal. You will see that both platforms are relatively similar. The functionality across the board is also very similar. I think what's important to just understand is that anything that's recorded via the app or via the member portal obviously gets logged onto your profile. So any scheme communication that you receive, so on and so forth, is logged and can be viewed either on the member app or the member portal. That being said, going to jump straight into it. I think as with the member app, there is a registration that's required. You would need to go to the BestMed website, www.bestmed.co.za. You will see in the top right-hand corner, there will be a menu button and a login button. To log in, you can either go directly to the login button there, or you can open the menu as I will show you on the next page. On the far right-hand side, you will see that there is a category listed members. Underneath, there is resources and login. You would click on login there, or either at the top right-hand corner to access the login screen for the member portal. Right, the sign-in process is relatively the same. If you have registered as user, you enter your username and your password and you just sign in. If you are a new user, you would need to register an account. Maybe something just worthwhile adding at the moment is that these are two separate registrations, and that's just saying that the app is a registration and the member portal is a registration. We are working to integrate the two of these at the moment, and hopefully that will happen soon. But just know that if you are utilizing the mobile app, obviously it would be via your phone. The login details will not be the same on the member portal, but if you register and you utilize the same details, it will just make your life a lot easier. So you would just click on register user. You would fill out your details and then click register. If you have then forgotten your password, there is obviously a functionality to reset your password. You would just enter your username if you are a registered user. There will be a verification method via email or cell phone number, and then you would receive that communication to reset your password for the member portal. Right, and then lastly would just be a verification of account. This is just you know, there's a lot of authentication and double authentication that's coming in, especially with regards to POPI, and just to make sure that you are who you say you are. If you do require any verification, this is the place that it would be, especially if you're utilizing a new device. This is where it becomes very important, and your one-time PIN would obviously again come through to your cell phone so that it can verify that it is you, because we are very, very pertinent and we look after your information. All right. Once logged in, this is actually my profile. This is the home page, or the dashboard as we like to call it. Along the left-hand side, you will see that obviously this is the home page itself. It has a number of user functionalities. It does have sort of your profile here, which is my profile, which I can edit. It will provide my information down here. And then there's also shortcuts through to your benefits, your family, communication, a document library, your contributions, and your claims. And then there's just sort of a summary on the right-hand side of what savings are available, what's been advanced to you, vested savings from the previous year, and then just giving you a total. So this would be your menu on the left-hand side. This is pretty similar to what Susan presented through the app. I'm just going to take you through to each of these just so that you can understand, but in a lot of ways, it looks very similar to how the app performs. So the first menu item, my family. So over here, I've blocked it out now because unfortunately there is personal information, but you would have your dependents. This is also where you could find a dependent code. It would show the principal member generally is 00. The first adult dependent would be 01. And then any further dependents, whether child or adults, would be 02, 03, so on and so forth. On this My Family screen as well, you have your dependent details. So these would be your details that would show up over here. You can amend your contact details and your next of kin details for each of your family members. So not only for the principal member itself, but also for your adult dependents and your child dependents. And then once you've done and you've edited those, you can just click on Apply Changes in the top right-hand corner. All right, moving on to communication. As mentioned earlier, all formal scheme communication is logged against your profile should you ever need to look for it. On the communication tab of the member portal here, we can see that we have selected communication that's come through from the scheme. And this will be all of sort of your scheme communication. Again, you can also break it down by dependent. Also just worthwhile to note, we are working on making this more visible, but as tax season is around the corner, tax certificates, if you're accessing your tax certificate via the member portal, it is under communication and under tax certificates. I will show you on the next screen. You can download it here so that you can submit that to SARS. All right. This is the tax certificates page. As you can see, you would be able to select the year to review those tax certificates. And then you would be able to download either a tax summary for a specific year or a detailed tax certificates. Then the next menu item is benefits. Obviously, you can go through various years here. As you can see, okay, some personal information that hasn't been blocked out. But you can see dependents, obviously principal member 00, adult dependent 01, child dependent 02. You would be able to go through all of your benefits on this screen. You would scroll down to the bottom. It would be able to show you what benefits are still available, whether it's covered 100% scheme tariff or would come through from your savings account. And then lastly, next claim. So on this page, you would be able to see all of the claims broken down by months. So as an example, I've just taken May 2022, and you would see that you would be able to choose the certain providers of where you claim for that month. And then you would also be able to search the service provider's name. Just as an example, we can see that the paid claims here are sort of mostly pharmacy related and then one GP claim. So all of that information is available to you and the costing thereof. Then we'll move on to contributions. So these just take you through the contributions that you pay on a monthly basis. So it would break it down for you on risk component, the savings value, and then obviously the total for the principal member, adult dependent, and child dependent. And then your electronic health record. This is closely related to your health risk assessment. So please go and do this every year. It just sort of gives you, besides the normal things of your height and your weight, your BMI, and then would let you know if there are any items that you need to worry about at a later stage in your life, or that could be causing some concern, like high cholesterol or blood pressure, etc. And then moving on to the provider search, works very, very much the same as the BestMed app. You would obviously look for the provider that you would need, whether a dermatologist, gynecologist, GP, surgeon, so on and so forth. Enter a location and select a distance, either 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 15 or 20, dependent on how on what type of service provider you need, and then you would be able to search for that service provider, and a list will be brought up of all the designated service providers that BestMed is contracted with. And obviously, please use one of those. It does keep the costs down and ensures that you don't have to pay anything additional out of your pocket. Moving on to balances. So these are just in terms of any outstanding balances, anything that is advanced, vested savings from the previous year, and then just sort of a total that's available to you at any given time. And then moving on to log a query. So a similar functionality to either using the BestMed chat now or emailing our service at BestMed. Any queries that you might have, you can log them here. There is query categories, and then you would just be able to submit that, and then BestMed would get back to you as soon as we are able. Lastly, just under settings, this is where you can change and update your password should you need to. Very simple, obviously enter your current password and then enter the 2 new passwords and then change it. And that is all from me. Thank you very, very much.
Hi, thank you, Matt. Okay, we'll now open the floor for questions. Please note, we'll be taking questions related to the mobile app or the member portal. If you have any benefit-related questions, you're welcome to email those questions through to escalations@bestmed.co.za, and then Katlego will be able to answer on those questions or get those answers for you from the relevant departments. So we can start. I think so. Martha, I see your hand's been up. Do you have a question?
No, sorry, I think it was a mistake.
Okay, thank you, Martha. We'll go on to Impo. Impo?
Okay, yes, I'm here. Good evening. I wanted to know, can all the dependents download the app? Because my husband is struggling to register.
Okay, we will refer that question to Matt or Susan. Susan or Matt, can you help us with that question?
Good evening, Mpo. Yes, during the validation session, when you are downloading the app and you are doing the validation, you will note that you will have to enter the dependent code, the same as that Matt explained it on the member portal on the website. So for the main member, you will have to enter your dependent code as 00, and then for the spouse, it will be 01. And furthermore, the children then 02, 03, 04. There's also dependents that have a dependent code of 11, 12, and 13. So the best will be when you want to make sure if your information is correct on the BestMed databases, you can talk to one of the employees in the contact center and then ask them what is the dependent code of the specific dependents. Then you have that code, and then that person, say for instance on your Oppo phone, you will register yourself. Your husband will go on his phone and then register him, and then he will be using 00 because he's the main member, and if you are the spouse, you will then use 01 on your phone. I hope this helps.
Yeah, maybe that is what was missing. Thank you.
Thank you, Impo. Susan, you're welcome to give them the chat now email address for all technical assistance if they're unable to download the app.
Good. So the email address that Diresh is referring to is, once you are on the website, to the bottom right, you will always see that there's a little chat now function that is available. So you can click on that. Or if you want to do an email inquiry, which normally takes a little bit longer, then you can make use of the chat now at bestmed.co.za email address. We also have people always assisting at the service at bestmed.co.za email address.
Thank you, Susan. Impo, are you happy with that question or with those answers? She's gone already. Okay, thank you. Sipo, floor is yours. Sipo Jane.
Hello, good afternoon to you guys.
Hi, Sipo, we can't hear you.
Yes, I'm holding my mobile.
Okay.
Mobile phone. I'm trying to register under my username and under my password. So what I did was to put my full name under username and then my medical aid number. And then when I say I click to log in, it says invalid username and password. What must I do? Create new names or what?
Susan, did you hear that?
So, ma'am, as if I understand you correctly, you did follow the correct registration process by creating a username, and you first need to type in your membership number. Then you will need to type in your dependent number. So if it's yourself and you are the main member, you will then type in 00. Then you choose a username. I usually advise the members to use their membership number as a username. And then you need to choose your password, which must be a minimum of 8 characters. And then you need to retype it, and then you need to validate it with a one-time PIN, either to your cell phone or to an email address. So if that is the process you followed and you battled, I suggest that you rather make contact with one of the call center agents in the contact center so that they can assist you step by step going through the process in registering. Otherwise, ma'am, you are welcome to come into one of BestMed's offices and we will gladly assist in the office to get you through the process to register yourself.
All right, thank you. I'll see what I can do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sipo. Thank you, Susan. Bulelwa, the floor is open.
Evening, everyone.
Thank you
Mhm.
for taking me. I just want to find out, I'm in Cape Town, but I only noticed, I think the day before yesterday, that the health assessment is ending tomorrow. I just want to find out with Suzanne, because I saw that she's a contact person, if they can accommodate me for tomorrow. Because now I will have to actually fill the form, or can I fill the form when I get there? Thank you.
Okay, Susan, we'll hand over to Susan.
Well, we at the Western Cape offices are not doing the health assessments at the moment. We suggest that members rather go to their network pharmacy, which is either then MediRite, Clicks or Dischem, or you can also go to the MChem pharmacy at the Durban Road off-ramp and print your form, your health assessment form at the office, complete it, interactive on your computer, then you can print it, and then you take it with to the pharmacy. Remember, you must just make an appointment with the Clicks, with all of the pharmacy's nursing agents, so that they can then assist you to do your health assessment, and then it will unlock all of your benefits as discussed. Is this in order?
Thank you, Suzanne.
You're
Thank you,
welcome,
Susan.
ma'am.
Okay, David, I see the hand up by David. David, the floor is yours. David, you can unmute at the bottom left-hand side.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, David, we can. You may go ahead.
Yes, I just wanted to ask Susan. My wife was trying this app now to add herself. She's a beneficiary, and she's doing all that Susan is saying. But the validation, when it comes to the validation, the OTP doesn't come to her number. Actually, it says she has entered the wrong cell phone number. So I just wanted to find out why is that?
Yeah, that's the reason why I say that you must first contact the contact center to ensure that your contact details are captured in the correct manner. You know, some of us are typing 072 and then a space, and then the next 3 digits and a space, and then the last 4 digits. So some of it is captured like that on the databases. And I think that is also causing problems. So we must just ensure, you must just ensure to make contact with one of the contact centers, and we just sort out your contact details on the system, and also ensure which number we have registered for which dependent, so that the validation can happen more easily.
Thank you, Susan. David, you happy with that?
Yes, I'm happy.
Yeah, you just contact our
David, in
contact-
which area are you?
I'm in Durban.
Durban.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you can take a stroll down to our Umhlanga office. There is very friendly ladies there. They will gladly assist you at the office, and then you can also get access to all other information as well.
Okay. No, thank you very much.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you, David. Tembani, Faith, floor is open. Tembani, you can unmute on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen.
Hello.
Hi, we can hear you now.
Yes. A problem from my side, it's I can't read the statement because where it says the savings, the balance of the savings. I can't read. I don't know how much I have for my savings. I can't read it. I don't understand the statement. I need help from someone who can assist me to read the statement.
Tembani, I believe you are not viewing the statement from the app.
No,
No.
I
So
view the
you are
one that
f-
I read from the email.
Yeah, that's been emailed to you.
Yes.
So I suggest that you type all of your questions on an email and then send them to service@bestmed.co.za. My colleagues in that department will gladly assist, and they will help you to understand exactly what each and every figure or an amount on the statement means, and they will give you all of the answers to your questions. So
Oh,
do you
okay.
have that email address?
No, can you put it on the chat for me?
We will put it on the chat.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Tembani. Have a lovely evening.
Bye.
Thank you, Tembani. Next question is from Dawn. Dawn, the floor is open.
Hi, evening to you and the panel. Thank you very much for a good presentation. Sorry, I just want to have three clarifications. The first one being is, do you not, as BestMed, send our tax certificates directly through to SARS?
Yes, a tax file is sent through to SARS automatically. So when you are doing your tax return, you'll automatically see that it is there already.
Okay. So we don't have to specifically download it and then add it on as a document.
We also send a file through to them, but if there is anything that you want to add on, then you will have to go on to the website, SARS e-filing and
SARS.
add it on there, yes.
Yeah, sure. No, that's fine, as long as I know that you're sending it. And then in terms of your service providers, your preferred service providers, where the gentleman before mentioned we were looking for a network provider, and there seemed to be a distance of 5, 10, 15, 20 kilometers that we would look for somebody who is one of your preferred providers.
Yeah.
What happens if I cannot find a specialist, rheumatologist and nuclear medicine within 20 kilometers that's approved as your provider?
Susan, can you help us with that question?
The limit of the area is actually 50 kilometers, Dawn.
Okay.
So I think that will make the reach a little bit better. I'm not sure in which area you are situated.
Okay, I'm in Linden.
In
which is-
Johannesburg.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
in Johannesburg, yes. And I had this
So-
issue. I had this issue before, where we try to find a service provider, rheumatologist. I see you do have one, but it's for orthopedic at the Alton Road Wits Medical Center. We looked for one within 50 and we could not find one. So I use one that is also at the Wits Medical Center, but obviously she's not for orthopedics only. So, can we somehow reach an arrangement where she would be acceptable?
Hi, Dawn.
Yes.
So I would suggest, furthermore to your question,
Yeah.
that you perhaps send the information of the rheumatologist that you're currently making use of, that's not registered on our network. You can send her the details to our specialist department, And the email address is specialists with a S
Mhm.
at bestmed.co.za. Then they can perhaps contract your current service provider to contract with BestMed. And then they will also assist you with all of your other inquiries in searching for a provider closest to your address.
Okay, Susan, sorry to worry, was it specialists with the S at the end?
With the S at bestmed.co.za.
Okay, no, that's fine, bestmed.co.za. That's fantastic. I haven't logged onto the portal yet, but it was easy enough to log onto the member site. So thank you very much for the information shared tonight, and have a good evening further.
Thank you, Dawn.
Thank you, Dawn. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you. So,
Elmarie, the floor is yours.
I thought of asking a very difficult question to my colleagues, but I won't. I'm suggesting, good evening, everybody, that it's clear that we have a lot of members with questions about the network and the DSPs and the distance and what happens in cases of PMBs and all of that. We had such a presentation last year, if I remember correctly. We can include it in this year's schedule again, so that, because it's clear from the chat questions and the Q&As that members have questions about it. So I think we can arrange that the following one will be about the network. I think that will help.
Thank you, Elmarie. That will really help. We just have a few more minutes. I see there's a question from Yoland. Is it Yoland? Yoland, the floor is yours. Hi, Yoland, we can't hear you.
Oh, hi. Can you hear me
Hi.
now?
Yes, we can.
All right, thank you. So I have the app installed already. I would just like you guys to go through the savings balances for me, like what each balance is for. I really don't understand these available savings is that, and then the current savings balance is that. What is each one for?
Okay, Yoland. It will be, maybe you can send an email through to escalations@bestmed.co.za with your contact details, and then Katlego will be able to contact you and then take you through personally with regards to all what they means. This is an open platform, so again, with Poppy and what have you, we don't want to have any of your information on this platform. So you're welcome to send an email through to escalations@bestmed.co.za, and we'll help assist you. Okay.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hi,
Any more
Duresh.
questions? Hi, Matt.
Sorry, yeah, I was just going to try and help Yoland there.
Yes.
Just in terms of the app, if Yoland, if you are looking at your savings balance, there's obviously there's three options that are there. One says current savings balance. The next one says with savings advanced of, and then the final one says available savings is at. So just for reference, you know, obviously there's a certain time of year where wherever you've utilized a certain amount of savings, or that's been paid out, you know, month to month, because every month, there is a certain portion of your contributions that goes to savings. But obviously BestMed do advance your savings for an entire year to you as well to make that available for you. So those are just the two to take in mind. The current savings balance is what you have available. With savings advanced is the additional that's been advanced to you for the rest of the year as well. So that just gives you sort of a total then. Yeah, just hoping that was what you were looking at, and if the understanding was there for you.
Yes, Matt, thank you so much. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Yoland. Okay.
All right.
I see there's no further questions. Any further questions before we close the session? Okay. Thank you for making time available this evening to learn more about our member app and our member portal. I think if you have any further questions, or if you think of any questions later this evening, you're welcome to send it through to escalations@bestmed.co.za, and Katlego will get back to you. Oh, sorry, I see is Martha asking a question again? Martha, are you asking a question?
Yes, can this presentation be available so that we can
Yes.
go through it again?
Yes,
Can it be sent to us?
it will be emailed through to everyone that was on this session. Okay, am I right, Matt? We will be sending this to all the members.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, so we will make it available on the website. Any member presentations going forward will be available on the website, and we will send you a direct link through to that so you can review it.
Thank you, Matt. Again, thank you all for joining us. And again, one more time to reiterate, if you have any further questions, you're welcome to send it through to escalations@bestmed.co.za, and we'll get back to you. Okay, thank you. Have a great evening further, and goodbye.